Good morning! I'm on my way to my very first Comic Con in London and, well, in general, and I'm so excited because not only am I going, but I'm also speaking later today. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to meet some of you and experience Comic Con for the first time. And I'm bringing you guys with me because I know some of you haven't been able to come, and I'm so excited. All right, let's go. So before I get distracted by buying even more merchandise, I'm gonna go check out the live stage and freak myself out. T-minus like 4 hours and counting. It's fine, it'll be fine, it'll be great. I'm surrounded by tons of people who love the same things I do, and that's really exciting. Oh my God, there's a lot of people. Wow. So now, before I spend any more money, I think it's time for me to pause and take a break for lunch. There are plenty of dining options. I'm being overwhelmed. There's coffee there, there's a burrito, there's this and that. I'm not gonna lie, I did cheat and I popped into a Sainsbury's for a meal deal beforehand so I could not spend money on food, but rather spend stuff on merchandise. So that's probably one of my top tips so far from my first Comic Con, things that I've learned, is consider saving your pennies on food and spend your money supporting artists and their amazing creations. Wow, what a day it was yesterday. I'm still reeling with excitement of all the different sights, sounds, and incredible things I got to experience yesterday. Here are some of my top tips for your first Comic Con. My first top tip is be prepared, like what Scar says. Come with a refillable water bottle, comfy walking shoes, as well as battery packs to keep your phone charged. Now, my second top tip is really that of my sister, so thanks guys for this one, because they are a bit more experienced when it comes to Comic Cons. They suggested when browsing the artist alley and seeing all the amazing things for sale, might as well grab business cards. So I felt like I was almost collecting Pokemon cards because I picked up cards from each of the stalls that really stood out to Jiminy Crickets. That was Tammy. He knocked the camera. Honestly, because my my wardrobe is just up there and he's like to sleep up there. There's a little nest that I made for him. Dude, you almost knocked the camera. But anyways, yes, I got plenty of cards from the amazing stalls because unfortunately, payday didn't happen yet. But I did actually get some stuff. Do you guys want to see it? So, one of the first things I got were some stickers, and well, you're gonna see why. Got a cheetah, got a cute little sand cat. I love sand cats, they're so cute. In fact, I did a live stream talking about sand cats, which you can check up here. And then I got this pretty unique serval. I used to work with the serval, actually, Siri. She was my favorite, and I just thought it was quite cool. Then I ran into, of all people, Nurse Joy and Jessie from Pokemon, and Nurse Joy kindly gave me a Pokeball inside, which has a little pink Squirtle inside, as well as some stickers, which was so cool because the thing with that is I went up to them and to a fair other amazing cosplayers as well and complimented them on their incredible cosplay because it was so cool. And if you ask, I suggest you get pictures with them because it is so cool to not only recognize and thank them for their time and coming out and dressing up as some of your favorite characters, but also it's a nice way to keep some memories. Now, this next one is still in a protective seal. One of my favorite movies is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This incredible artist had a huge selection of different meaningful locations to a variety of different fandoms, and it was really difficult to choose. But then I saw this and I was like, well, I have to get it. So if you haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, go watch it. I have no words. It's a fabulous film. It combines history, humor, and it reminds me of home. It's great. This beautiful piece of artwork, and I'm trying to show you guys, is from Snacky Boy, and it was so lovely to be able to chat with him. I think that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about Comic Con was not only seeing incredible artwork like this, but being able to actually speak with the artist as well. Now, my third top tip is use your time wisely. Now, I was so overwhelmed with it being my first Comic Con, I lost track of time of some of the panels. That being said though, I did stumble upon an area where you could play retro video games like Xbox 360 or Nintendo Cube. And you literally could choose from a variety of different games that they had and take a turn on the computer and give them a play. I, of course, opted for Spider-Man, but then was later tempted by Pokemon Coliseum because, well, I hadn't played it in ages and it was great. Now, for a quick behind-the-scenes look of what it was like actually presenting at Comic-Con, I'm not gonna lie, it was utterly terrifying. I've presented to really large crowds in the past, but this one was a bit different. Now, before my panel, I had to go check out if my tech was working. And let me say, that was probably one of the more terrifying parts of the day when we checked to see if my PowerPoint actually came across and if the font stayed and the picture stayed. And luckily, the MCM team behind the scenes were so lovely. Shout out to you, Dale, because I was a ball of nervousness and just being really calm and chatting with him ahead of time of how it was gonna work and little tips and tricks to be mindful of, especially because it was being recorded and live streamed and the live audience and all of these different factors. They were really great in making me feel more confident and knowing that there were people behind the scenes supporting the process, which was fabulous. Here's a look at all the different controllers that Dale and the MCM team had to deal with during my presentation. Isn't that crazy? That's a lot, especially how I move around as well. Bless them and their editing skills of going back and forth between the different cameras. Now, of course, I had to use a handheld microphone, which was great because I have a loud voice anyways, but being able to hold on to something meant I had a free hand to move around and point out to things and energize the crowd, hopefully. And shout out to you guys if you're watching this and you were in that crowd. I really appreciated you guys being involved in the presentation. So when I asked questions, it was so different from a live stream where I see your chats and the polls come in later. But no, to see it live and see you guys making eye contact with me and cheering and hooting and hollering and whistling of all things, it was just so much fun. So thank you, because that makes the experience more fun for me and then hopefully more fun for you guys because we're all having fun together. So during the panel, I was able to showcase a couple different Pokemon, from Froakie to, of course, Vulpix, and to celebrate World Lemur Day, we discussed Passimian and Grafaiai. And ultimately, speaking at Comic Con, while it was really scary, it was a lot of fun. And that came down to the vibe of the audience. Everybody who was there was so kind and so welcoming. And even though I was really nervous, I recognized quite quickly that I was surrounded by people who were excited about the same things as I was. And especially because it was at the end of the day and it had been a long day and really exciting, high energy, I felt truly honored that they decided to spend their time with me because there were so many different things that they could be doing and seeing and experiencing, but they were there with me. So thank you guys, because I couldn't believe it. Almost all the chairs were full, and my friend counted and that was 200 chairs. Whoa, that's a lot of you. So thank you guys so much. With that, I gotta say, I'm hooked. I'm coming back to MCM Comic Con in London in May. I am really looking forward to it and hopefully gonna be able to spend more time as a guest, being able to experience. Now, I'm not sure yet if I'll do another panel, but I definitely am keen because, well, there's a lot more Pokemon and certainly a lot more animals to get excited about. To keep your adventure going, why not check out my Pokemon animal playlist right here, in which there are a whole lot of videos to choose from. If you've been to a Comic-Con, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your top tips because, well, like I said, I'm going back to one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully at MCM Comic Con in May.